never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer, fine.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. It's a Tuesday. Hopefully everybody had a good Monday. Before I get into today's video, I'm going to start out by saying I've got a shout out coming up at the end of the video, so please stay tuned for that. But I mentioned in my video yesterday that there's a lot going on right now in the sports world, so we may have to have some videos this week where we talk about more than one thing so that I can try to get everything in, at least to the best of my ability. Well, today's going to be another one of those days. My main topic today is going to be the USC football preview, but I'll do that coming up here in a few minutes. First, I want to give everybody a reminder that this upcoming Saturday night, PWC Lucha Libre Wrestling is coming to 244 Livestock Road, East Denali, Georgia. Doors will open at 6 o'clock. Bell time will be 7:30. Tickets will be $10 for the front row and $7 for general admission. So come on out and see some great Lucha Libre Wrestling Saturday night with PWC Lucha Libre at 244 Livestock Road, East Denali, Georgia. And don't forget, coming up on Sunday, I'll be at the all-new UWF Arena in Colbert, Georgia. We'll talk more about that as the week progresses. If you have not heard, Deshaun Watson officially got suspended 6 games. That came down yesterday morning around 9 o'clock. I think that's more than what some people were thinking, and it was less than what some people were thinking. Most of the rumors were he was going to get 8 or 9 games, which was pretty much half the season. He ended up getting 6. I've mentioned it a couple times here on the channel, but I haven't talked about it a lot. And the main reason is, to me, you really honestly can't really say a whole lot about it, because unless you're in the room when all this stuff supposedly happened, you really don't know what happened and how much happened, how often it happened. We don't know. So really, when you talk about it a whole lot, you're making yourself sound foolish, because nobody, except for the 2 people in the room and God himself, really truly know what happened. So it's hard to speculate and assume and accuse when we really don't know. But he will be suspended for 6 games. The Braves brought back Adrianza. I believe his first name is officially pronounced Ahide, even though it's pronounced Ahide. It's spelled E-H-I-R-E. They brought him back yesterday. I know it's the trade deadline, and there's been a lot of rumors of all these players getting traded, but so far nothing really has happened. But they did bring back Adrianza and officially DFA Robinson Cano, because he's pretty much just absolutely useless anymore. And they also signed Austin Riley to the biggest contract in franchise history. He got a 10-year deal for $212 million, which is a little bit more than $21 million a year. And again, it is the biggest contract in franchise history. So if you want to know why the Braves did not bring back Freddie Freeman, there's you another great reason why. Because Freddie Freeman wanted more than Austin Riley is getting, and Austin Riley is getting the biggest contract in franchise history, and of course he's way younger than Freddie Freeman. The Braves appear to be the team that wants great talent, wants great players, but they're not going to break the bank to get those players. They try to get them at a cheap rate, which is something you just don't see anymore in baseball. Almost everybody that's any good gets these huge long-term contracts like the one that Juan Soto is seeking, almost $500 million. But on to today's main topic, which is USC's 2022 early season preview. And the reason why I picked USC is because I'm tired of everybody else talking about them. So I figured if everybody else can talk about them, I'll do a quick video about them. It's amazing how they've been an average football team basically for the better part of 15 years, and all of a sudden Lincoln Riley comes there and they're going to be a national championship contender, because it's not going to happen. If you know anybody that thinks USC is going to be a playoff team, go ahead and tell them it's not happening. Lincoln Riley always had great offenses at Oklahoma, but his defenses were terrible every single year. And now he's going to a team that was awful with their defense last year. They gave up 32 points per game. Now, I do think it'll get better. They've got a brand new defensive coordinator, and he will help, but they're not going to go from giving up 32 points a game to giving up 14. That's just not going to happen. So they're still going to give up points and yards in bunches, and that's asking a lot for your offense, even though Caleb Williams is a good quarterback. When you have the mindset of, if we don't score every time we touch the ball, we're going to lose, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. So USC is not going to be a top 5 football team. It's not happening. But their schedule, they open up with Rice, then they play Stanford and Fresno State, and then Oregon State, Arizona State, and Washington State, and then Utah is their first 7 games of the season. They have the bye week in week 8, and then they play Arizona, California, Colorado, UCLA, and Notre Dame. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that Utah will beat them, and Notre Dame will beat them. That's at least 2 losses. And between Fresno State and UCLA, they'll also lose one of those 2. So they'll go 9-3 at best, maybe 8-4. I think they'll split with UCLA and Fresno State, but it would not surprise me if they lost both of those games. But they will lose to Utah and Notre Dame, because Notre Dame's just better than they are, and Utah is the best team in the Pac-12. So that is my prediction for USC. I've got them going 9-3, but do not be surprised if they go 8-4. But they are not a playoff team. I don't know how these people think Lincoln Riley coaches all these years at Oklahoma, and his defense sucks every year, and he goes to a team that was terrible already on defense, and he's going to go in there and take a terrible defense and turn them around that quick. It's not going to happen. They will improve. They'll be better than they have been, but they're not going to be no top 5 football team. It's not happening. Any thoughts on any of this, please feel free to let me know. My shout out today goes out to Kayla. She subscribed to the channel yesterday. Her son is training to wrestle. I told her to speak to me next time she comes to a wrestling show that I am at. I'd be more than happy and more than willing to meet her and chat with her. Kayla, thank you so much for subscribing. Now that you have subscribed, if you do so choose to comment on any video at any time, you'll be eligible for our big 1,000 subscriber giveaway whenever we get to 1,000 subscribers. And speaking of subscribers, I want everybody to check their subscriptions to make sure you are still subscribed. And I say that because a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of times YouTube themselves will unsubscribe you. I know we may do it ourselves on accident because we're human, we mess up. But a lot of times YouTube will do it because you have what YouTube calls dead subscribers, which is somebody that has subscribed to your channel but either has not watched a video in a while or has not watched a video at all, and YouTube will go in there and unsubscribe you because to them you're a dead subscriber, because they don't just want you to subscribe to a channel because you know somebody. They want you to subscribe to the channel because you watch the channel. So if they don't feel like you've watched enough videos, they will unsubscribe you. So I want everybody to check your subscriptions to make sure you are still subscribed. And if you know anybody else that is subscribed, make sure you tell them to check their subscriptions as well. Well, let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. I finally came up with a good joke about clocks. It's about time. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.